Hi, Charlie. You can introduce this episode? All right, episode 2 this week. We're talking about our walking challenge. Our challenge, we challenged ourselves to um, walk like an Avenger somehow. I don't know. We don't know what that means, but we've tried to set ourselves some lofty goals for walking. Let's talk about how that went.
Okay, so for mine, I decided to get technical and I ran the numbers and I did the scale of like my human body to a regular size track and then scaled it down to like what would be Wasp or Ant-Man size body, according to one very specific figurine that I found. That compared to like the ratio of like that body to the track and then how many laps it would take for me to do the equivalent work. It was a lot of math. What I came to was about 10 kilometers. Don't check my numbers. What it came to was about 10 kilometers. So I've been doing a couple laps each day, and they've added up. So, and what I did is I did each lap, I did half walking and then half running.
Okay.
Same distance. But at the end, like one day I did 10 laps and I did technically 5 running and 5 walking. So I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, felt really good. Not physically, but like.
Yeah, I cannot claim to have been as successful in my walking challenge so far. I also had a goal for 10K because that is a huge amount for me personally. Like that's like my back gets sore really quickly. Long before I ever get winded, my back becomes like unusable. So walking is always a challenge. Yes, it's funny, but it's also not a joke.
Well, unusable.
Yeah, I also set my goal for 10K. I think I'm pretty confident I got about half that. I wanted to do like this hammer shape of Sudbury, basically. But Mjolnir's hammer is pretty short, so I'm just shortening the handle. Compared to how much I usually actually walk, that's still, not too bad. But I could have done better, so I hope we revisit this when the weather's nicer, because it's rained every day.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's been like that sad rain scene.
Yeah, so for my walking challenge, I just don't think I'm gonna make it. So I too was like Megan, and I had tried to do a whole bunch of different math. So I had tried to figure out, there's a portion in the first Avengers movie when Cap like hoists Black Widow up onto the ship and she flies to the Avengers Tower. And so I tried to figure out that distance. That was a hot mess. And then I also tried to figure out, how, like, what would a lap around the Avengers compound be? So, like, if she was trying to keep in shape when the blip happened, and that's really not that long. And then I also tried to figure out the battle space of Civil War when they were at the airport, and that also wasn't very long either. And so I got frustrated and went to plan B, which was very similar to yours, Steve, of trying to draw something, which I had no luck doing in Sudbury. So then I'm like, well, wait, why don't I do it where Black Widow was born? And so I was able to go to a spot in Russia and kind of make her symbol, but it ended up to about 14 kilometers. And I'm at probably a whole not that many. So but I did get the opportunity to kind of get to know my neighborhood a little bit better. So that's nice.
Yeah. Dave, you look like you walk every day as part of your workout. Or
I do walk every day. Humble brag.
So how did yours go?
Well, I mean, it's complicated. There's a lot of factors with the rain. But here, take a look at this.
I think aside from Dave, who is our transgalactic walkathon champion,
So much pressure.
yeah, I think everyone's probably had a bit of a harder time because of the rain. It wasn't Like, we pre-planned these things. Wasn't a great week for the walking challenges. We probably should have done something different, but we were optimistic. So maybe we can revisit this when it's nicer and do something similar again. There's always room for walking. We're still pushing through. Next week is another week with another challenge. So stay tuned for more Average Avengers after this.
You guys should do the standing. It's way fun.
I fell off my couch.
Ooh.
Oh no, Steve.